Hello and welcome to Coffee with the Angels. Today is February 14th, 2018. It is Valentine's Day. So yesterday on the 13th, I got the writing done. We did sit down and did the writing. I didn't have a chance to post anything. We had some illness with children come up, and so we went and took care of them. So anyway, I'm Katie Kiefer of awakentheinnerlight.com and coffeewiththeangels.com. If you're just tuning in or you haven't seen this before, Coffee with the Angels is where I sit down with my first cup of coffee in the morning and I just tune in and hear what they have to say. What messages do they have to bring forward for us? And I just let it flow out. Sometimes I'll ask for clarification or a synonym occasionally. So I do ask for some fine-tuning as needed. Most of this, though, is just how the angels have this flow, which personally I like. I really like how they speak, which is, I think it's really sweet. And it's so there's just so non-judgment. There's no judgment, and it's just very clear and very gentle. And so I appreciate it very much, and I'm thankful to be able to do this work. So we're going to start off with yesterday's reading. We're going to, I will let you know when we are transitioning into today's reading, and then we'll probably talk a little bit more because there will be more afterwards. Since today's is pretty much an extension of yesterday's. Something else I wanted to mention right away is there will be two separate blog posts. Two blog posts for this. So you'll have the 13th and the 14th. The same video will be on each one. They'll both have the same video, one video. But the writing will be separated into two blog posts. So if you go to coffeewiththeangels.com, you'll see that you'll have February 13th and February 14th, and you can read the message of the day there. If you watch the video, it's just one video on 2 pages. So just wanted to let you know that. So without further ado, self-love is what we're talking about here. And then on the 14th, it's still about love. It's the same type of subject, but it shifts a little bit. So the angels say for February 13th, 2018, self-love is an enigma. It requires more than superficial love. To truly love one's self fully, all reflections must also be embraced and loved. You must fully embrace and love every aspect of yourself. This is where the misunderstandings are. For when you fully love and embrace all aspects of self, you also accept those in others. Judgment in the way of criticalness ceases. For you cannot criticize another for a thing, yet love that same thing within the self. Criticize it in another, criticize it within the self, for it is only a reflection. And then I asked, what is the difference between observing and projecting? Because I recognized where the projection was going. And the angels say, seldom do humans truly make unbiased, unattached observations. Some have mastered detachment in this way, appearing to be objective. What they are really detaching from is their own truth, pain, and hurt. This allows them to appear objective, yet deep within they are feeling inadequate. Herein lies a wonderful opportunity for self-love and healing. Developing the practice of examining the self deeply within every thought of another, the true self is discovered. Both positive and negative are projected onto others. You feel lack when admiring another, wishing you had that quality. You feel fear and shame when harshly judging others, criticizing them in an attempt to escape yourself. True observation has no emotional charge, though may elicit a faint response after the fact. This is a quite small space, which is why it tends to be difficult for humans to discern. As you grow and mature in the emotional realm, it will be easier for you to discern between true observation and projection. It is vital to true self-love that you learn to pause in the space between the stimulation and your response. This is where you have the greatest access to your deep truths and your doorway to true self-love. Self-love will bring you to correction of all that is other than love. Hear us. Self-love never punishes. Creator never punishes. Self-love is also divine love. Both bring correction and acceptance in whatever way you can receive it. Learning to recognize your own projections is helpful in allowing gentle correction. It is all self-correction. Self-love, fully, wholly, brings an awareness of love to all and for all. Self-love naturally extends beyond the self because of its divine nature. Refuse to love and accept others. Refuse to love self. Open to loving self wholly. Open to loving others as well. For it is most clearly in others that you see yourself. Open to that awareness and you naturally become more loving. Self-love, divine love, is your birthright. The birthright of every being. To truly access it, you must move beyond superficial masks and layers. There is no other way, only full, divine, highest truth and self-truth. Be gentle, dear ones, for this is a journey. Allow yourself the space within for honest self-examination and correction. We are here with you. And that's what the angels had to say for February 13th, which was yesterday as I record this. And so on to the reading for today, the 14th, Valentine's Day. And this one is about, of course, it's about love, but it's about giving it to yourself first. The angels say love, self-love, divine love, parental love, romantic love, love of children, love of humanity, love of nature. So many ways and kinds of love grace the earth and humanity. Yet self-love is the foundation of all others save divine. For one must have within the self that which is to be given to others. You see this so well in materialism, and it is clear. You cannot give money if you have none. You cannot feed others with no food. Yet you try to nurture one another with love that you are bereft of. This creates a toxic soup of longing and unfulfillment. It is unnecessary. Ooh, cancel clear. It is necessary for you each to love yourself wholly, completely, and be willing to receive it. Many refuse to receive love amongst many other things because they feel unworthy of it. Many simply don't know how to receive it. Then there are those who fool themselves, acting and speaking as if their words and outward behavior are true, while deep inside they know it's false. These are people gripped by fear. All anyone else can do for them is to give them space to work it out and maintain kindness. Giving and receiving love of self has been painted in a false light for a very long time. It is coming time to shine the light of truth and to embrace self-love. You have mastered the art of self-love when you recognize it is okay to take care of yourself. Good food, plenty of sleep, saying no to things that unhealthfully drain you, etc. It is mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual nurturing of this self. This may look quite different for each person, but the energy is the same. The energy is gentle, firm, and full. Some of you admire others who have mastered self-love. We remind you that what you admire in others, you are denying in yourself. You have these qualities. You have the capacity to bring it into your own world. When you are admiring something in another, do the deep work. What has you projecting onto another? Why do you deny it in yourself? Claim what is yours. Learn to have and use it with love, grace, kindness, and truth. When you question or doubt love in any way, connect to the all that is and ask to be shown the highest truth. You will receive it. Ask to be shown your truth and Creator's. Make adjustments to your truth as needed. Remember that Creator always loves you, so big that it is difficult for the human mind to understand. Your soul understands. Tap into that. Recall the love of your soul. Bring that forth and shine your light for yourself, for love of Creator, for love. All else naturally bathes and shines in such love. Soul, Creator, when you shine these forth from your greatest sacred self, love just is. And that's what the angels have to say. Just going to sit with that for a few moments. Wow. So if you would like to receive the energy of this message all the way through all of your body, all of your being, with a little extra help from the all that is, you can say yes now and really open up and let it come in from the highest truth. And if you would like, we can also make your truth the same as the all that is. And this is a download. If you say yes and you wish to receive it, feel free. Wow, this is really profound. I could feel it when I was writing, but now as I'm reading it, it's very different and much bigger and deeper. And I'm hearing that it really is okay to just sit with this for a little while. And it really is okay to examine ourselves as well for what do we admire in other people? Who do we admire? And what qualities they have that we admire in them? What is it that causes that? And to be able to embrace that within ourselves, to allow ourselves to have that. So often we hear about the projection being that, what we judge or criticize in others is what we dislike in ourselves. Gabor Mate actually has a quote. To quote him, it is, "Our sneers always reveal what we feel about ourselves." Okay, so that's not an exact quote, but it's paraphrased. That's the idea. Anytime we're sneering at someone else, that is a direct reflection of something we have a problem with in ourselves. And so we often see projection taught in that way, or to recognize projection is taught in that way. But it also happens in the positive. So it's very much a matter of, what is it that we admire in other people? What are qualities that we appreciate in others? And being able to claim and cultivate them within ourselves in a way that is perfect for us, because it's going to be a little different than anyone else does. And so bringing that in for our sacred self. You bring it in for your sacred self. I bring it in for my sacred self. And we go forth and we express that. We may have a lot of similarities. We will have strong uniqueness at the same time. And so these are concepts that may be a little challenging for the mind to understand. This message is going beyond the mind. This is reaching into your high self. This is reaching into your soul and calling your soul forward, because it is time. It is time for you to embrace your sacred self. It is time for you to love who you are and what you are and that you are. And it is time to correct all else. And it's a journey. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Love yourself. Learn how to take care of yourself. You will learn what is truly your calling and what is the expectation of others in old programming. One foot in front of the other, just take the next step. Deepen and remain self-aware. You've got this. The angels are with you. Your guardian angels are always with you. Your guides and your spirit world and your divine team. And you also have people who are in the physical realm to assist you. And with that, I ask that Creator bring in for you, if you want it, the highest truth, perspective, and understanding of what I have shared after the angel message. If you would like that, please say yes. If you're questionable about that, that's fine. You just let it go on by. So I do ask that Creator fill this entire video and this entire message with the highest truth, perspective, and understanding of the all that is. It's beyond mine, and I do ask that mine be the same as Creator's. There's still a human perspective to it, though, because there's still being filtered through the mind of the human. And so I do ask for the greater part of this to be higher vibration, so that all those who are ready for those higher vibrations, you can really get this at that deeper level. And then it works for everyone across all levels. Okay, so I could feel that shift. I don't know if you did or not. But anyway, with that, I say thank you, Creator. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. And I hope you have enjoyed this edition, this double edition of Coffee with the Angels for February 13th and 14th, 2018. Again, I'm Katie Kiefer, and if you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook. If you look up the page Awaken the Inner Light, it'll be there. You can go to coffeewiththeangels.com or awakentheinnerlight.com. And so I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.